American Pit Bull Terrier, and what are they? What are they? Labradors. And a pussies, man. Pussies. You think some 12-stone man can beat me a fight off that wind like an aeroplane? Like a paper aeroplane. And his mate did in one punch, put him in the Royal Infirmary. Not that thin. I could drive that right hand straight through the skull, running 4 miles 5 times a week, weight training in a bag, sparring. Come on. They're ready and prepared for these mugs. I'm the ultimate fucking male, mate. Ultimate fucking male. Put some fucking respect on this name.
What happened, John?
Well, I can talk about me day and night in the video. I'm a coward, this, I'm a coward, I'm fucking here and that run like a dog. I will fight till I drop a fucking at me. I'm gonna fuck any place, anytime, anywhere for nothing.
So someone's upset John quite seriously there, you know.
I should be shot in that middle seat, me. Not some freak gold digger. I made all this. How are these bollocks here to be fuck all for these gold diggers? These bollocks traded millions for these gold diggers. Treat me with some fucking respect. Now my fucking shower shit down here. I made all this. I fucking made it. So here's the statement. Here it is. Without the spunk in my bollocks, all you want to get the fucking paycheck. Fuck you all.
Yeah. Oh, fucking twat.
What's good, everyone? What's good? Happy Saturday to you all. Who we got in the house? Big Rick from across the pond. Salute to you, Rick. I hope you're good, buddy. Thanks for coming through. Charlene. Hello, sweetheart. Thanks for coming through. Red Ibex. What's good with you, bud? Tyrone, salute, bro. Hope you're all good. Right, what a week in boxing, eh? What a bloody week. What a week in boxing. So, might as well start with the Alexander Usyk fight. What can I say? So, last night, I was just chilling, and I seen it come up on my phone. I seen it come up on my phone that he's fighting this kickboxer. I don't know what to say. Just bear with me 1 second. Just bear with me 1 second. Just bear with me 1 second. Oh, sod him. Sod him. If he's not answering, he's not answering. So, what do you think? James Jameson, what's good with you, bud? Me, personally, I can't understand this, me. Because it's saying, so it said on BBC Sport on my phone last night, it said that the WBC belt is on the line in this fight with this Van Hooven or whatever he's bloody called. But the WBA and the IBF is not on the line. Now, I was racking my brains at work today trying to think about this. If his WBC belt's on the line, then why did Maurizio Sulman come out and say to him, he's allowed a voluntary fight? Tell you what, I'm going to lose my rag in a minute with this kid. What are you doing? Jesus Christ. Just bear with me 1 sec, everyone. Tell you what, mate, I'm going to fucking lose my rag with you. Fucking child. So, what a crock of shite. Yeah, I get he wants an easy touch, but it takes the piss. Well, Charlene, this is what I'm trying to say, right? It said that his WBC belt's on the line. Sullivan came out a few weeks ago, didn't he, and said that he's allowed a voluntary fight, but if he doesn't face his mandatory fighter after, he will be stripped of the title. So, I was thinking to myself, Well, Alexander Usyk only fights once a year, right? So if he's fighting in May, will he be fighting Kabayel by the end of the year? Or will he fight him next year? I personally think he'll fight Fury. So I think he'll either get stripped to the belt, or if he does fight Kabayel, then it means Kabayel's got to wait another year. Because he'll. What's he got left, Usyk? 2 fights? 3 fights? So I can't understand what's going on there. Yeah, that Peter Fury training Rico. Is he? Bloody hell. Dave Allen would be better than Van Damme. Yeah. Well, the thing is as well, James. The thing is, just have to bear with me because he's winding me up. The thing is as well, it's just thrown me off what I'm trying to think of. Nice payday for Peter Fury. Yeah. Yes, give Dave a shot. That would be better. Well, it would be better to have watched him for Wilder, I think, who he was originally supposed to be fighting, rather than some, I don't know, someone I've never heard of. I mean, is it fair? Can we criticise him? Yeah and no, I think, because at the end of the day, Fury did it, Anthony Joshua's done it. So in a way, Alexander Usyk's gone round and beaten everyone twice, so he's entitled to do it. But at the same time, well, it's holding up the division, isn't it? We've already waited nearly a year for him to announce a fight, and now he's going to be fighting in May, and it's against the Kickboxer. So realistically, he's holding the belts hostage. And that's not trying to be horrible. I'm just trying to be right. What do you lot think? Do you think I'm talking shit? Fury fighting in April, Usyk fighting in May, Usyk versus Fury next at both of their fights. Big Rick, I wouldn't write it off, buddy. I wouldn't write it off. I really wouldn't write it off. I think he'll be fighting Fury. I can see him. This is exactly how you've just said it, Rick. I can see him fighting Fury fighting Makhmudov. If he beats Makhmudov, Alexander Usyk fights this Rico whoever, beats him, and then he fights Fury and then gets stripped, and then possibly they'll give the belt to Kabayel, and then the winner of not Kabayel, Hugolian Yoka may fight Kabayel as a mandatory fight. I don't know. It's interesting. He hasn't beaten my Superman, Sugar Sniff Parker, Joe Sniff Parker. Yeah. If he retires after this farce, I wouldn't be surprised. Well, people are saying that, but I don't think he will. You know, Charlene. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I think he'll fight Tyson Fury. He's got, if you think about it, I mean, this card's on a Riyadh card and out in Saudi Arabia. He's going to get big money for this, but he's not going to get money like if he fights Fury at Wembley. That's a massive payday for him. But in a way, I think he's holding up the division, man. I don't like to say it, because as much as I like the guy, and like I say, he's entitled to fight who he is, but if he is only fighting once a year and Kabayel's got to wait another year, I mean, I don't know. I honestly don't know. Here he is, main man. But yo, Loz, if Usyk wants to go have circus fights on victory laps, then he should give the straps up if he's going to swerve his mandatories and contenders to fight a kickboxer. Let the young guns come through. Very true, mate. Very true. That's bang on, that is, buddy. Totally agree with you, mate. Imagine if Dana could tempt Usyk over 4 fights. Eddie would cry like a baby. Yeah, he would. So I must admit I won't be paying any attention to this fight. I won't be. I've got no interest in it. I don't know who this guy is as a kickboxer because I don't follow kickboxing. I was listening to Outlaw Pugilist earlier. Outlaw was saying, well, he's not. This guy's very good with his feet, but he said with hands, he says he's shite. So it's an easy payday for him, isn't it? Which like what Ricky he said, said I can see Fury Usyk fight 3 happening for a Zuffa belt. Yeah, I think that will happen some point this year. I totally agree. I've said it all along. He will fight Tyson Fury this year. That third fight's happening. I totally agree. So if that is the case, which we're not 100% sure, but if that is the case, then he might as well just give up the strap, like he said. Is he going to be fighting Fury for the WBA IBF? It's going to be interesting to see. Well, he ain't going to get stripped to the IBF for a bit because he's already faced. He already beat Dubois for that. Red Ibex, he's put. Wow, didn't no sorry. James put. Wow, didn't know that London. Yeah, he's not even a big puncher. No danger at all. So Red Ibex knows him. Ozzy, what's with you, Zufaru? Good day, Kanga. He's put good day, Loz. Good day, James. Good day to you, my main man. Hope you well out there in Australia. So, me for this boxing malarkey's getting a bit too much for me now at some point. You know, I didn't expect Alexander Usyk to do this. I expected him to fight a fighter. I thought he had a bit more about him. He's a decent guy, and it's not as if I know him, but he's a world champion. He's beat everyone, but it's like sort of holding up the belts to a degree. You might as well, like London has said, give up the straps and let the other people have a go. That's the problem with boxing now. Like I was listening to I tell you what, and as much as he wasn't that good of a boxer, he was an alright boxer, but I think Paulie Malignaggi's got a pretty good insight into the game. If you listen to him talk, I was listening to him the other day, and he was saying the same thing on talks, but talk shite, should I say? He was saying the same thing. Why are all these old guards still hanging around, and these younger fighters who are trying to come through don't get a look in? He said it shouldn't be like that. These fighters should be fighting these. You got a strap. These young fighters should be fighting these up and coming young fighters. They should be. And I totally agree. Like Fabio Woodley, he called Usyk out. So, I don't know. Yeah, I just saw a video of Big John Fury saying he fought the best men in the UK and Europe. Yeah, as if. Absolutely. Good day, Skip. Loz, Usyk versus Fury 3 is going to be Usyk's last fight, win or lose. Possibly, Big Rick. Possibly, mate. Boxing is a farce. Yes, it is. Kanga's put, this is a farce. Face Caballero or fuck off. Yeah. So it seems it's not just me then. It's not just me. So it seems now like people are getting a bit peed off with all this people holding belts and then going off fighting Mickey Mouse fights and holding up the division because that's what it is. And I'm sorry, but I think he needs to be called for it because at the end of the day, I did it when AJ fought Ngannou. I did it when AJ fought Jake Paul, and I did it when Tyson Fury fought Ngannou. So it's only fair. It's holding up the division. That's what it is. So Just give up the strap. Let Caballel be the champion. He's still got 2 belts. Let Yoka fight Hugoli, and then the winner of them fights Caballel. He's giving other people chances. You know what I mean? That's how I see it anyway. Team Usyk don't. Sorry. He's jumped on me. Don King and Kelly Maloney should be running boxing. Yeah, I was Team Usyk, but this is a joke. Yeah, Don King wouldn't stand for this shit. Exactly. No, he wouldn't. Total win. Oh, I can't read that. Win something. Knockout to lose 10. What's that? 66 by knockout and 21. Oh, right. It's a betting, is it? Yeah. Don King made good fights. Absolutely did. Usyk wants to fight for the Zuffa belt. Well, that's what I mean, Charlie. And if he does, then let him go and fight for it. Drop the WBC, drop the WB, and drop the IBF, and let these other people come around. Because it's like I don't know that it's just getting a bit. It's getting a bit frustrating now. This heavyweight division. It seems to take 1 step forward and 5 steps back. Only 21 KOs and 76 fight. At least Ngannou was a puncher. Fair enough, yeah. Los. I'm keen for Split P, Triple D versus Wardle. Yeah, I'm going to come on to that now. So yeah, just to wrap this up, I won't be watching that shite. Absolutely not, will I? There's no way on earth I'll be watching that. Bit disappointed in Alexander Usyk. You know, if he come out and he said, right, I'm fighting Caballel August, then I'd be all for it. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely, I would. But with not knowing what his next move is, only speculating what his next move is, this is a pile of poo to me, and I'm not interested whatsoever, because that's like pretty much me, like going and fighting a 10-year-old kid. It's going to be a walk in the park. I wouldn't say a 20-year-old, because I'd get fucking stood on my head at the age of 50. I turned into a Wardley fan. I'm not backing against him anymore. Right, let's talk about it. I won't watch that. Yeah, absolutely. I'm hoping Fury gets flatlined. Ruthless. I read that. Yeah, absolutely arse of a fight. Yeah, it is. Right, let's talk about it then. Fair play to Bricktop for this. Got to take my hat off to him. What an absolute scrap. Cannot wait for this. Cannot wait for this. Absolutely cannot wait for this fight. What a name. Don't blink. And you know what? I was very surprised how tall Wardley is. I didn't think he was anywhere near as big as Dubois. And he was, well, you see on there, it's virtually same height. They are the same height. This has the minerals of being one of the best fights of the year. Is this the George Foreman, Ron Lyle UK version? Well, you'd have to say yes, as in like for knockouts. Somewhat, there could be multiple knockouts in this fight, knockdowns. I think we all know that. There's no way that's going the distance. Absolutely not. Yeah, absolutely. I read that. I hear Daniel Dubois is going to start wearing knee pads. Ruthless. The WBC ordered Usyk Caballel a few weeks back. I can see Usyk fucking that off and ditching it, the belts to sign with Zuffa and do Fury. Yeah, remember Usyk has ducked the Parker and Wardley mandatories before. That's a fair point, man. That's a fair point. Best fight, the best fight that can be made right now. Absolutely, Kanga. Absolutely, Zufaru, what a name. I was laughing my head off when you fucking commented on my video and seen that. Fabio has made me a fan. Yes, Fabio's going to start your man, Daniel Loz. Yep, we'll see. Credit to Dubois for stepping up. Bigger man than Usyk. Yeah, fair point. Londoner. Oh, he's talking to Londoner. Fabio's going to stop Daniel. WBC is a joke. Yeah, he fucking is. Do you know what, though, Kanga? The WBC belt's on the line for that shite. But the WBA, that's what he said on BBC News, BBC Sports last night. The WBC belt's on the line for that fight, but the WBA and the IBF belt isn't. That's crazy, man. Crazy. So, do you think Daniel will take a knee before or after the belts? Right, let's talk about it. Was a little disappointed with Daniel not fist pumping Wardley. I thought there was no need for that. Wardley reached out to him, I thought, end of the day, Wardley's a decent man, man. He don't give anyone shit. He's not about all that fucking drama shit. He just wants to get in the ring and get the job done. Bricktop, man. Fair play to you. Fair play to Bricktop. I'm still going with Dubois. I think Dubois knocks him out within 8 rounds. As we've already spoke about this, the low guard. Not writing out Dubois getting knocked out. No, I'm not. Absolutely, I'm not. But, like you say, listening to Fabio on Talk Shite the other day, full of confidence, full of beans. They were asked him about Daniel, like when the going gets tough, the tough gets going, and Daniel doesn't like it. He looks for a way out, and as he was saying to Wardley, you fight fire with fire, and he says, are you made of different things? And fair play to Fabio. Fabio said at the end of the day, it's not really about that. You have to give the guy credit because he's stepping in the ring full stop. He said, but as shown in my fights, I'm not afraid to go all out for leather. And that's why I think it's a mistake. I think that's a mistake. I think this is my personal view. I'm going to read comments in a minute, but I think everyone is. Daniel is, I think, the underdog going off all the comments I've read on different web pages about it. He's a big underdog. A lot of people have got Fabio to knock him out. But I think people are forgetting that I think Daniel's super confident. He looked confident. And when Daniel Dubois is super confident, he's a dangerous man. And I just think he beats him. I think he knocks Wardley out within 8 rounds. I honestly do. Crazy, yeah. Right, let's read this. WBC is a joke, yeah. Talking to Ricky. Frank loves Daniel more than the Friday night at Weatherspoons. Brother Loz. Bruce Gas, salute to you, OG. Thanks for coming through, Bruce. I hope you're well, buddy. Thank you. Fabio is all art. Daniel ain't got the heart. Yeah? Fabio is the underdog. Do you think? I mean, I don't know about bookies because I'm not a betting man, so I don't know. But what I've gone off, reading comments on different web pages on Facebook, different YouTube channels, a lot what I saw was swinging the way towards Wardley. There was a few people saying Daniel will knock him out, but there wasn't many. A lot of people, honestly, James, facts, James. Fabio is the underdog, yeah. Now I hear after Usyk fight, this guy, he's fighting Wilder and Andy Ruiz, no Cabiel or Fabio. I don't know, Bruce. I honestly don't know, mate, what he's doing. I know he's, I don't know, Bruce, but he's holding up them belts hostage in a way, mate. He is. The one good thing about Turkey ditching Fish Eyes is that Fish Eyes has, actually got the heavyweights fight. I'll read it off here. Heavyweights to fight each over now. He can pimp them out to Turkey anymore. Wardley versus Dubois. Yeah, good point. Fabio will be the underdog at the bookies. Right, okay. Rico Van Hoven has just 46 subs on YouTube. Nobody has heard of this guy. Crazy, wow. Wardley is a £1, $1.77 favourite. Is that? And Dubois is the $2 underdog. Right, okay. So in Oz then, Dubois the underdog. Right, okay. Bruce I was talking to Bruce. It's a tough one, the Wardley Dubois. Dubois is technically better, but Wardley has that fight heart. I feel like Dubois will unravel. Sorry, or yeah. Do you know what, Red Ibex, mate? On paper, mate, really, it's like I said last week, it's a 50-50 fight. It's a great fight. Absolute great fight. I can't wait for it. It's in Manchester, isn't it? At the Co-op Arena, next door to City's ground. So I think what does that hold? Is it 30,000? Something like that. Co-op Arena? I don't know. I'm sure it's 30,000. I know it's nowhere near as big as Tottenham's ground. But as for a boxing venue, it makes a good ground. You know, I must admit, I must admit, I could change my mind halfway through this, but I don't want to because I said the other week I'm going to stay with my decision, what I made, and it really could be anyone. It could be anyone's fight. It really could. It really could. And I think that's a great headline. Don't blink. Because, man, it only takes one mistake. Like you say, if Fabio bombs Dubois down and Dubois, he's not. I don't know, man. I just don't know. I just think the experience is where he'll get on in. I think at the end of the day, right, these two fighters, I know the style isn't the same, but it sort of is in a way because they've both got low hands, they're both big bangers, they both steamroll forward, and they both swing punches, and they're both open to hooks or straight rights. So one's got more art than the other. One's a better boxer than the other. One, when he's super confident, is mega dangerous. I don't know, man. Who would you say hits harder out of the two? Because if I remember on record, I think they've both pretty much got. I know Wardley's got a bit more better knockout percentage, hasn't he? Fabio Wardley box rec. Let's have a look at his knockout percentage. Let's have a look. So Fabio's got a 95% knockout ratio. What's Dubois got? Yeah, click on him then. 95.45%. So there's nothing in it. There's nothing in it. So man, this is going to be a great fight, man. Rumours, what's that? It's just jumped on me. What's that say? Oh, sorry, no, it hasn't. So it's a tough one. Wardley. Oh, I've read that. Wow, I thought Daniel would be the clear favourite. I heard someone say, well, Ali fought that wrestler, so Usyk can fight a UFC guy. Yeah, but Ali fought Ken Norton 3 months later. What a great comment. What a great comment, Bruce. Dubois will start to mentally short circuit when Fabio starts putting it on him. Fabio is more dangerous when he's hit. Dubois takes a knee, and when he's hit, I think Fabio cleans him out. Right, we're on, Londoner. We're on, buddy. Exactly that. Speaking to Londoner, yeah. Wardley broke me bloody heart when he beat Uni. Yeah, well, you know what? I've gone against Wardley in his last two fights. I had Uni to beat him, and I had no. Actually, that's a lie. I had Parker to beat him because I'd never seen Uni before. I was amazed at Uni. So it was his last fight. But like we say, we come again. I must upset some people, and I don't mean to, but I've got to have my opinion. I'm only having my opinion. I just don't see him beating. I don't see him beating Daniel Dubois. I just don't see it. He never stopped. He stopped Parker, but he never knocked him down, did he? Knocked him out. The ref jumped in. He knocked Uni down. Uni got up at the count of 9. So I don't know, man. I'm just going off what I see. I just think Daniel beats him. I don't know why. I could be completely wrong. I think Dubois stops him. I would say anywhere between 6 and 9. I think Dubois 5 and 8. Sorry, I think Dubois stops him, and that's just how I see it. Fabio read that. Oh, Martin Daniels, salute to you, my good man. He's put should be a cracker, Loz. Fancy Fabio myself. Yeah, that's what I mean. He's a massive underdog. I think he's an underdog. Me, if I'm honest. What's going on here? Why is that like that? Stupid bloody thing this is. So it's a great fight. Fair play to Bricktop for making this. I can't say any more about it. Roll on May. When is it? May the 9th, is it? Is it May the 9th? I can't wait for it. Daniel got quit in him. DNA. Yeah. James. Oh, Howard Foster is only the man alive who should physically stop a runaway. Who can physically stop a runaway train. Pissy. Right, let's get on to some other news then. Right, the news broke last week. Just as I was, wrapping up my live stream. Someone come on in the chat and said, Yaz, he's fucked off and gone with Zuffa Boxing. So, after listening to it all, the plastic population. After listening to it all and different various channels, I tell you two channels what have got me thinking about it. One, the Outlaw Pugilist. The Outlaw Pugilist did a video, I think it was early Monday, saying, is this a stunt by Eddie Hearn? Like, he's gone over there for one fight. Is he looking around? I don't know. And then, I've been listening to Porky's Corner all week, and Porky's Corner said same thing. And the day, it's a one fight deal. So it's like him losing a purse bid. And Tony Sims is still training him. Is it Tony Sims? Yeah, Slow Tony they call him. Yeah, he says he's still training him. And Porky was saying apparently he's a diehard matchroom trainer. So he said if you think that Conor Benn signed with him like on a permanent deal and done the dirty on him, that Eddie would have thrown Tony Sims out, or Tony Sims would have got rid of Yaz, would have fucked him off. And then listening to him yesterday, the guy who was on the show with him, he said that Yaz had just done a video, an Instagram post or something, saying he'd just finished training and he was still training at Matchroom. So, what's going on, man? What's going on? And I did see, was it seconds out? I saw an interview with Eddie the other day, not yesterday, Thursday night, Eddie said, because the guy asked him, would you have him back? And he went, well, yeah, I'd have him back, but it wouldn't be the same. So, would Eddie have him? Do you know what I mean? There you go. It's a matchroom trainer now, and he's still there. Tony Sims is still training there, and he's still training Conor Benn. So, what's it? Like Pork said, it's WWE. It's all scripted. This, I don't know. I don't know. Daniel doesn't like Ivan's left hooks. Yeah, read that. Money well spent by Zuffa. Yeah, Jazz lol. I thought he looked like Wesley Snipes in The Fifth Element. Yeah, or Dennis Rodman. Ben won't be fighting for Eddie again. But that make sense then. Someone's a snake. Exactly, Charlene. Make that make sense then. Tony Sims is still training him, and Tony Sims is fighting at training at Matchroom, and he trained at Matchroom the other day. And is that why Conor Benn's saying, yeah, you'll still be in my corner? It's only a one fight deal. It's one. I seen it on Fight Hub where it's only a one fight deal. It's only a one fight deal. That's it. I just got to do what was for the money for my family. We shall see. We shall see what I think. I'm not too sure yet. I'm looking at it after listening to Outlaw and listening to Porky. I'm looking at it in a complete different light now. Because at first I thought, wow, he's pulled the rug from under his feet and he's sodded off and done this and done that. And then why would Eddie say? I seen the interview with my own self on Seconds Out where he said, well, yeah, I'd have him back, yeah, but it wouldn't be the same. Well, why would you have him back? I know he's a promoter, and I know promoters have people back, but if he's done this big, massive dirty on you, why would you have him back? I wouldn't touch the little drug cheat with a barge pole, yeah. So, I don't know. But fucking piss him, man, when I seen that come up. So, Yaz is fighting now. He's been gobbing. He's been in secure. I can't even say his bloody name. Shakur Stevenson's fight, telling him he's boring. He couldn't keep him off him. He's got no power. To grabbing Rolly Ramirez at the Devon Haney fight, and then falling asleep. Was it the Devon? No, Shakur fight, wasn't it? Then falling asleep at the Devon Haney fight on Eddie Earns' shoulder, saying Devon Haney's trash. Calling out Ryan Garcia, saying he's going to do this and that and all this with him. And then he ends up fighting Regis Prograis, who's shot to smithereens, age 37, lost two of his last three outings. Did you see how poor Regis was against Jack Catterall? Regis is finished, man. Regis is a good fighter. He was a good fighter, Regis Prograis. He'd have dealt with Ben 3-4 years ago. He'd have smoked Ben. Wouldn't put it past him smoking him now, but I couldn't see it myself. Dragging him up to 150, where he's always fought at 140 all his life. It's crazy, man. The guy's just a gimmick fighter. That's all Conor Benn is. He's a gimmick fighter. He's a gimmick fighter who's living off his dad's name, getting paid millions of pounds, and he isn't even a good fighter. He's never won fuck all, as we all know. It's just because of his dad's name. If he didn't have his dad's name, this kid wouldn't be on the undercard of any fights. And if he did, he wouldn't be known very well. He certainly wouldn't be making that money. For Conor, Ben has reached his limit. He's not going to be champion. No, he's not asked about the belts anyway, is he, James? He couldn't give a two hoots about the belts. For Conor to apparently do the dirty on Eddie, but still be allowed to train in the Matchroom gym seems really fishy. Facts. Exactly. Man, if you go and listen to Porky's Corner, I've listened to Porky all week. He's had loads of different people on, and the facts what he's pulling out. It's like, well, why would he still be training there? It's like Porky said, if he had done such a big dirty on Eddie, either Eddie would have said to Tony Sims, get your stuff and get out, or get rid of him. There's no way he's fighting back here. So it makes you think. Tony Sims is still training him. He's still training at Matchroom. There's no way that Eddie would have him training there. There's no way on earth. Connor to apparently, yeah, exactly, read that. Something isn't quite right. Facts, man. I can't stand him. He always seems to have roid rage. Yeah, he does, doesn't he? Avatar, what's good with you, man? But hi, Loz, what's up, bro? Yeah, I'm alright, thanks, buddy. The Gadder's the only man to chase Purple Aki about. Percy, yeah. So, do you know what I mean? I don't know. It's crazy. But for me, this guy's just a gimmick fighter. That's all he is. The guy's a gimmick. He's like, I don't know how to explain it. He's just a bullshitter, isn't he? Just talks shit all the time. I'm gonna do this. I want the WBC belt. I want this. I want that. But you don't fight anyone. You don't fight anyone with a heartbeat. Why are you fighting? If you wanted to fight Ryan Garcia just won at the weekend. Why are you not fighting Ryan Garcia? You made it quite clear that you were fighting the winner of Mario Barrio and Ryan Garcia. Garcia just smoked Barrio. I just watched it Sunday morning when I got up. Knocked him down in the first round and then smoked him. Why are you not fighting Ryan Garcia? We all know why. You've got beef with Devin Haney. Why are you not fighting Devin Haney? You won't fight Crocker. Who are you going to fight? This is what gimmick fighters do. Pulling people from, like he did with Eubanks, weight draining him. Completely weight draining him. So he's shot to smithereens. It's all about that. He didn't like it when he tried it with Shakur, and Shakur said, no, you come down. You come down. I'll meet you halfway, 145. He didn't want that. He didn't want that. He's trying to get Shakur to come up to 147. He wants everything. He's just like Canelo Alvarez. The only difference is Canelo actually fights and beats people. But he loves a bit of that, you know, you come down to this or I'll boil you up to that. But Canelo cleaned house, man. This dude's never done anything. Oh, after all, I honestly don't know how someone like him has got the balls to front people. Because he's never off social media slagging all these boxers off. He's at the fucking fights now. He's getting in the rings with them. He's grabbing them, telling them he's going to do this, he's going to do that. He's in a great division. Why is he not fighting these fighters? Because we all know, and you've been exposed. This kid has actually exposed himself through his mouth and his actions. Because everybody knows you're a gimmick fighter. You won't fight anyone with a heartbeat. There's no way you will fight Ryan Garcia because you know you'll get stood on your head. You won't fight Devin Haney because you know Devin Haney will stand you on your head. You won't fight Brian Norman Jr. because you know you'll get put on Mars. So who is this guy fighting? A Regis, a 37-year-old shot to smithereens. Regis is finished, man. He was finished when Devin Haney beat him. I saw that. He was finished, in fact, in the Zepeda fight. He barely got through that fight. Okay, yeah, he knocked Zepeda out, but I tell you what, Zepeda fucking had him all over the show. So he's bullshit. Very unlikable, Ben. Yes, absolutely. Denaro, what's good with you, bro? Salute to you, buddy. I hope you're good. Keith Thurman would take Ben apart. Absolutely, he would. He would. I don't know how you can go around saying I'm this, I'm that. I can do that. Any of them Yanks, they can get it. Well, why aren't you fighting them? You're over in America. You were at Ryan's fight at the weekend. Why didn't you get in the ring and say, right, let's make this fight? Yet you're fighting on the undercard, a 37-year-old. Regis, don't get me wrong. If this was 5 years ago, I'd be 3 years ago, I'd be behind Regis. But I can't see Regis beating him now. Regis is finished, man. He got fucking smoked off Devon Haney. He got smoked off Jack Catterall. He went life and death with that Jojo Diaz. Regis is finished. He's got slow feet. Yeah, he's still got a bit of speed with his hands and he's got the power. But he's boiling him up to 150. I don't know, man. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Yaz is a younger brown John Fury. Pisser. Awesome thumbnail. Kickboxer series is goated. Salute to you, Warrior. Loz, what's up? Yeah, I'm alright, Sylvester. You, brother? Thanks for coming through. Hope you're good, buddy. What's good, fellas? Mexican beef give you wings? Yeah. Denaro, my good man. Ryan boxed a clever fight last week. Yeah, he did. Great performance. I thought Barrios might beat him, but he knocked fuck out of him, didn't he? Does Ben Jr. name sell tickets with a dance partner? I don't think so. That's a good point. Ben has to have a great performance versus past in his prime. Regis. Yeah, Regis is finished, man. Regis was like I said, Sylvester. I think Regis was finished when Devon Haney beat him. In fact, showed signs in there's a payday fight. So I can't see Regis beating him. I could see Regis if he caught him has got the power to put him out. Because Regis is a big banger. But he's got slow feet. His hands haven't. He's not the best technical gifted boxer anyway, Regis Prograis. His hand speed's gone. He's got slow feet. Not that he ever really had fast movement and fast feet. To be fair, Regis is a bit of a one-trick pony. To be fair, Ben could have fought Crocker at 147 or Kelly at 154. Both big UK world title fights. Instead, he's going on to go and fight a washed to pieces Prograis, who's never fought at 147 or a catch weight of 150. Nonsense, exactly. What a great comment. But you know, Londoner, when you say this though, people fucking hate you for it. People hate you for it because you put it to them how it is. But people hate you for it. Look at him again, bad mouthing Conor Ben because he's doing it. Well, this kid shouldn't be in boxing then. Because to me, it's all misfit fighting this shit what he's doing. Boiling people up to catch weight fights. Regis is nearly 38 years old. So Regis is nearly 9 years older than him. Been in more wars than him. Do you know what I mean? But, I'm a hater. I don't know, man. It fucking does my head in, boxing does. Sometimes, honestly, I feel like I could just go like that. Bink, just switch this computer off and never come back on here ever again. Because it's frustrating. Sometimes I just think to myself, do you know what I mean? When I see shit like this and shit like that and fucking shit like that, I just think, I can't be arsed with boxing anymore. I really can't be arsed with it. It's just bullshit, innit? I had a guy in the chat say to me the other day, Loz, I don't even watch it anymore. He said he only come back because I only come back when you rip John Fury because I find it funny. He said, I don't even watch boxing anymore. I've completely lost interest in it. He said, but every time John Fury does something and you make a video, I come back and watch it because I find it funny. And basically, boxing's it's a circus clown now, isn't it? It's a comedy show. It's a comedy show. Like he just said, London has just named 2 great fights there. Sell out Stadium of Light. What Stadium of Light? 50, 60,000 seater stadium? They're all fucking North East lads. They'd all be all over that like a rash. The Geordies, the Middlesbrough lads, the fucking Sunderland lads. They'd all be at that. Tell you what, if you put Josh Kelly, Conor Benn, Stadium of Light, middle of summer, that's a sellout stadium all day long. It's a 50-odd thousand seater stadium. And then think of the people you could put on the pitch. That's every bit as good as Tottenham Stadium. The Stadium of Light. You'd sell the Stadium of Light out like that. No problem. Crocker at Wembley. At Tottenham. Or a big ground like that. Put him in Belfast. That'd sell out like that. But he doesn't want that smoke. This kid is a gimmick man. He just pretends he wants to fight people, but never fights anyone. Who is this guy's best win? Chris Eubanks Jr., 35 or 30 odd years old, boiled down. Who's his next best win after that? Chris Algieri. Hadn't been in the ring for 3 years, but was completely washed. Chris Van Erden hadn't been in the ring since Errol Spence battered him for 3 years. But people want to go on and say to me, I'm a hater just for pointing out facts about this guy is a bullshit fucking... He's a cartoon character. 140 nonsense. Yeah, looks like Wardley won on the face-off a couple of days ago. Yeah, Usyk being a prick. This is... Here he is. Where have you been hiding for the last few weeks? Random Don is a prick for this. Yeah, Ben versus Prograis should be a decent fight for the fans. Ben is not a good boxer himself. Yeah, I don't think it is, Rick. Well, yeah, I suppose. One's shit and one's washed. This could kill boxing, yeah. Turkey needs to sign Loz up. Yeah. Do you know what, though? People fucking hate on me because I have a go. I say it the way it is. Put John Fury in every video, yeah. Loz versus John Fury. That'd be a good sellout. Modern King Boxing has turned into the Modern King. Modern Boxing has turned into WWF. Yeah, absolutely. I agree, Loz. Facts, Loz. Evening, Loz. Evening, Thomas. John Fury at Salford FC Stadium versus Big Joe Egan. Pissy. Yeah, so enough of that little bell whiff anyway. Fucking, I can't stand this lad. Cannot stand him. And I don't care what people think about me. I don't care. I don't like this guy because he's ruining boxing. He's tricking people to thinking that he's this killer, he's this, that and the other. And look at his box record. Look at the fighters and look at what they were ranked when he fought them. Shite, finished old men. Living off his dad's name. That's all he is. A silver spoon fed pansy living off his dad's name. Good luck to you, mate, because I can't stand you. Right, did anyone watch that fight last week? That was a pile of shite. Couldn't even be asked make a video on it. Josh Warrington's fucking hands were stuck by his hips. Lee Wood, pretty much a walk in park for the lad. To be honest, I think they're both shot. Definitely Josh Warrington needs to retire after that. He didn't live up to the hype what I thought he was going to. He was alright fight, but wasn't nowhere near as good as the first fight. The first fight was a cracking fight, But yeah, it was boring if I'm honest. What's Ryan Garcia fight versus Barros? That was a cracking performance by Ryan Garcia, thrown him right back in the mix. Will Devon Haney face Ryan Garcia, and will he redeem himself? I don't think Devon Haney will go anywhere near Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia, even he's a drugs cheat. He had Australian in him, but still showed that he's got it. I think Ryan Garcia just tailor made for Devon Haney. I said many years ago on here on a live stream, I said I watched sparring between Devon Haney and Ryan Garcia from about 4 years ago, maybe longer now. It was about 2 years before the fight, and Ryan Garcia was having him off in the sparring. I just think Ryan Garcia is made for Haney, but great win for Garcia. You know, these are the people who Conor Benn should be fighting, not Regis Prograis. Bricktop on the 1 billion lawsuit. So Bricktop, I better read the chat actually. John, oh yeah, I read that. Lol, Eddie throwing Hen under the bus. Not surprised he knew deep down Ben juiced and used clomiphene to mass. Yeah, exactly. Ben shouted at Duke McKenzie. Yeah, he did. If Conor was not a juice versus those men, he might have lost. Yeah, he might have lost. Yeah, I don't think cherry picking Devon would risk his ego through. He would never lose to a white guy. Yeah, though that was a cherry pick, wasn't he? That was a cherry pick. He did cherry pick Ryan Garcia, and he got smashed up for it. I don't think he'll ever fight Ryan Garcia. I don't think he will. Well, in fact, I think something's telling me I've seen an interview where he said he'd never fight him again. Said because he's a drugs cheat. But come on, man, no drugs made him do that to you. He's got your number. I've seen the sparring, man, and he was fucking him up in sparring. Fight Up, I'm sure it was Fight Up who put it up. Garcia was fucking duffing him over. Anyway, Bricktop suing Turkey Al Sheikh for 1 billion lawsuit and Dana White. Is it Salah and TKO? Bricktop, you've got to ask yourself, right, something very fishy when Tyson Fury is fighting on a complete different network. He's a Queensbury fighter and he's fighting on a different network, and Queensbury haven't even got one fucking mention on the promotion board. How does that work? So it's obvious Tyson Fury, I think, foot Bricktop off. He was asked this week on the Daily Mail Boxing, has he gone, and he what did he say? What contract? I haven't seen no contract. But I think Tyson Fury's gone. Because at the end of the day, he's very similar to Conor Benn, isn't he? He's very similar to Conor Benn, Fury is. It's all about the money. But to be fair, at least Tyson Fury has fucking captured belts. But they're two very similar people, aren't they? It's all about the money with them. So I wouldn't be surprised. Listening to Joe Stunner Boxing the other night, Joe did a good video, putting like some facts here. Well, you know, like suggestions here and there. And I totally agree with. I think he's gone. I think Fury's gone. I think it's just a matter of time before it comes out that he's been Bricktop off. But the good thing with Bricktop is like what London has said. Bricktop's still got a big hand in all the heavyweight division. So Bricktop's heavyweights must all be under contract. They must all be. Did Tyson do what Ben did to Eddie? Could have done. Well, Turkey will get Frank Warren to do some more with his hand And pissy. I think the drugs might have helped Ryan, but Devon could not handle some of his own size. Yeah, good point. Turkey might just take Eddie and Frank out of boxing. I don't. Well, I suppose he could, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. If I think he could. I mean, at the end of the day, Turkey's the money man, isn't he? And he what he pretty much says goes. But he can't go whipping off fighters if they're contracted in, because he will get sued, won't he? So I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'm not big up on all this legal terms of how contracts. Do you know what I mean? The politics side of it. I'm not too big up on it, but I just know that Bricktops. It's very funny how I thought straight away, and I said it on that live stream. How is Bricktops? How is Fish Eyes fighting on a different network? Yeah, Queensbury's not even mentioned on it. How's he managed to do that? Obviously money, like, but and then Turkey Al Sheikh put out a statement on Twitter saying that they won't be doing any more. Was it something along the lines of Queensbury are in financial trouble, which they're not. Um, or speculations that Queensbury are in financial trouble, or something like that. But then it said further down the line, if you go on Twitter and read Turkey's thing, what he put out, and he says that there will be no future um, promotions together. There'll be no more. So all the Riyadh cards are gone now for Turkey for Bricktop. I don't know about Eddie Earn, but I should imagine it has with Eddie as well. But that's a shame, really, because I thought they were that 5v5 card. What a fucking card that was, man. That for me was what a great card that was. You know, in the Bivol fights and Better Beer, I forgot all the names of all of them, but they were brilliant. When they stopped holding hands, I thought, "There's trouble in in paradise." Pissy Londoners, but Fish Eyes suing Turkey because he's been cut out of the Saudi deals. Yeah, they sorry, where he can't pimp out all his heavyweights he signed for Saudi fights. Fish Eyes has been lumbered with a load of heavyweights who are all parked up. What a great comment. Yeah, yes, absolutely. Frank is suing for emotional damage over Turkey holding his hand by force. I like it. Is it possible Bricktop might throw Fury under the bus? I think he would. I think at the end of the day, Random Don, these promoters are all about themselves, aren't they, buddy? So, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Bricktop would, yeah. That old fox. We know Eddie Earn would. So, yeah, I would say so. Um, uh, with Bricktop's fighters being frozen out, given the lawsuit with the Saudis, will Bricktop's fighters be frozen out, given the lawsuit with the Saudis? I don't know. So it's weird, Red Ibex, how you think about it, because man, you know, I don't know, because he said there'll be no more working with Queensbury Promotions, so it's not as if Turkey will just say, "Oh well, let's borrow him for a fight." Do you know what I mean? I don't know, mate. I don't know what's going to happen. But like London has said, did Frank sign all these heavyweights to get a grip of the heavyweight, which he has? But now he's stuck with all these heavyweights on a payroll, and they're all parked up. They're not going to be getting these Riyadh cards. So I don't know. It's interesting, but like fair play. Well, the easiest way for get them heavyweights fighters and get them moving for Bricktop would be to make them all start fighting each other, like he has done with Wardley and Dubois. That's how you get them fucking get the handbrake off them, isn't it? And get them paydays. Get the fuckers fighting each other. You know, you've got a Coley fighting Yoker. I think that's an half decent fight. That, you know, then get get. I don't even know how many he's got. I know he's got shed loads. Get Parker in the mix. Get fucking Caballero in the mix. Get them fighting each other. That's how you get the money and make money off them. If Turkey's pulled the handbrake on you, make the fuckers fight each other, man. Put on some big nights. Because as we said a couple of weeks ago, Bricktop's he's got 2 good cards there, just full of heavyweights. What he could make easy. And maybe more if he swapped them around again. There is no way Frank. Oh, sorry. Give it. If Turkey takes Eddie and Frank out, I would not care, as these two lie and deceive the fans. Fair point. Fish Eyes needs a new fish tank. They ain't cheap. Pissy. There is no way Frank would sue the Arabs. He goes missing for sure, and the fighters might sue Frank. Good point. Yeah, Turkey will get Frank Frank to hold something with both hands next. Oh, you're ruthless, man. We need more fights. Absolutely, we do. It might be too much to manage for Turkey. It could backfire. Can fighters sue for being ignored? Could be. Yeah. What a great comment. Could be. Yeah. Yeah. Of course he can. You could take your promoter to court for whether you'd win or not. I don't know. But you could take him to court for inactivity. Say, well, he signed me and I haven't fucking fought anyone. Excuse me. Loss of earnings, isn't it, I suppose? Turkey probably told Bricktop to get all his heavyweights. There's no inactive. Turkey swoops in. Yeah, could be, sweetheart. It's breach of contract if Frank gets them in Saudi contracts. He is there to get them paydays. Good point. I think Usyk beats Fabio, but this is messed up. He's doing now. To be fair, AJ Fury did it. Yeah, agree. Well, if Frank gets sued by his fighters, pissy, yeah. Said this before, Fish Eyes is now going to start putting these heavyweights within each other now. Turkey is off the scene. Yeah, Fish Eyes needs to trim the fat from the fat with the heavyweight roster and rebalance the books. What a great comment. Absolutely. I said Turkey and Frank settle it in the ring. Pissy. Londoner, he needs to do something, mate. He needs to do something because he's got all these heavyweights on his roster, plus all these other fighters. If they're not fighting, mate, and they're not making money, it's going to start getting a bit nasty. But fair play to Bricktop. He's got the ball rolling. I'm not too sure about Turkey Al-Sheikh, me, if I'm honest. At first I thought he was good for boxing. Now I think he's bad for boxing because of the shit what he's pulling with Dana White. I don't like it. I think Dana White wants to get his ass out of boxing. That shithouse doesn't deserve to be in boxing. Go and fucking clean up your UFC because the way how he treats his fighters, so I'm told, and he pays them peanuts, I'm not interested in it. I thought at first Turkey was good because he was making all these fights and it was good. But it was obvious it was going to dry up at some point, wasn't he? But Dana White, don't like him. Don't like the guy. Don't want him in boxing. So for Turkey hanging out the back of Dana White, or should I say Dana White hanging out the back of Turkey, I don't like the way boxing's going. I don't want one man to have one. Well, he has really, but I don't want one man to pull the strings of everything. I don't mind if these fighters are fighting each other, but all that super belt shit, I don't want to see all that. I don't want to see that Mickey Mouse belt. It's not a recognised belt. It's a bullshit belt. You know, WBC and WBA have been around for years. The IBF, the WBO since the early 90s. You know, them belts have been around for a long time. This fucking dimwit just comes in with some Mickey Mouse belt off the back of a cereal packet and says this is the only legit belt in boxing now. Fuck off, Dana White. You fucking arsewipe. Could Fish Eyes afford it? I'd say Turkey and France. Yeah, they're getting a loss out of earning. Could massively backfire. I hope so. He is good. He is good. We would never got undisputed Dana if he could match snake boxers. But I think Turkey around he can't, or people will just go back to Eddie. I don't think he's good for boxing now, me. I don't. I don't. Not with Dana White, I don't. I don't. I'm sorry, but I don't. Dana White is known for not paying his current UFC fighters. Exactly. That's what I'm saying, Sylvester. Look at the way he treats them. I don't like Dana Conor in one fight earning them MMA fighters' whole career. Yeah, Dana White will be a disaster for boxing. Totally agree with you, Red Ibex. Totally agree, mate. No more holding hands for Bricktop and Turkey. Yeah, maybe he's getting rid of the sanctioning bodies. That's what they're trying to do. I mean, the sanctioning bodies. You know, the WBC's all a pile of shit, but at the end of the day, it's been around for years. I don't. Put it this way, right? Ask yourself this then. Ask yourself this, right? Ask yourself this. Would you rather see the WBC, the WBA, the IBF, and the WBO still around now, as it is now, or would you rather see Dana White in control of the governing body? Get rid of all the governing bodies, and Dana White's in charge with one shitty ass belt. Would you want Dana White in charge? I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I wouldn't want it. I wouldn't want it. Because I think the guy is a sleazebag. He doesn't pay his fighters properly. He'll soon throw in all this 15 million to fighters or for this fight and all this. That'll soon dry up, man. You watch. It'll just be another episode of like when Turkey first was with Eddie Hearn and Bricktop. The money soon dried up. And it was obviously it was gonna dry up. No more holding on. Yeah, I read that. Maybe. This is yeah. Why the fighters ain't coming? But sorry. Why the fighters ain't coming? But it depends. Now Dana behaves surely. He is not the boss here. No, Turkey is. But Dana's got to be running it, isn't he? Don't get me wrong. What Turkey says goes. But Dana White's whole ambition is to get rid of the governing bodies. He's said it multiple times. He doesn't want the WBC around. He doesn't want the WBA around, the IBF or the WBO. He just wants one belt, like he has in the UFC, in one division. In every division, one belt. So when they pay the sanctioning fees, all the sanctioning fees are going back to him and Turkey. He doesn't want the WBC or any of that. He doesn't. He wants them gone, doesn't he? So they don't get a penny. Him and Turkey get all the money. He's rewriting boxing. He's rewriting boxing. That's what he's trying to do. Dana White got the belt from Argos. Exactly, Thomas. What a load of shit. The sanctioning bodies are trash, to be fair. He should force Fury to fight Usyk. Yeah, I don't. What? To be fair, he should have forced Fury. Oh, right, yeah, I'll get what you're saying. Lost KQ was the only one saying Turkey was going to be bad for boxing. Facts, he was. I've said it before. KQKC was the channel what I saw it. The only channel I saw it from day one when Turkey came along. He said that this guy will be bad for boxing. You watch it all unfold. My opinion, everyone's got their own opinion, but I'm with the OG. I totally agree. I think it's a disaster. And it was a disaster as soon as I saw Dana White. And I don't know anything about MMA fighting or the UFC, whatever it is. I don't follow it. But going off what I've heard and what people have told me, this guy is a scumbag. So when this scumbag announced that he was coming into boxing, and now what he's done, now Turkey's frozen out Eddie Hills and Fish Eyes. You know, he's not going to look at Bob Father or Al Heyman. So who else is there? And Dana White comes along. Now him and Turkey are trying to run the show, pinching all these fighters, closing, trying to get rid of the sanctioning bodies. I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of it. I won't be paying for no fucking. If they start doing these Riyadh cards, which they will, and it's all Zoof, I won't be paying for them. I will not pay for them. I'll stream the shit out of them. Because I ain't giving Dana White no money out of my back pocket. I'm not doing it. And then you know me, I never stream fucking fights, man. I always pay for my pay-per-views. Always. Always. I've had the Zone ever since it's been in the UK. I've always paid for my pay-per-view fights, but I wouldn't give Dana White the steam off me shit. I wouldn't. WBC never forced Fury to fight Usyk. Yeah. T-Mobile, Piercy. I don't trust them, especially Cole Zufa. The fighters will lose out in the long run. Facts, sweetheart. Facts. Totally agree with you. It's exactly how it is with Turkey, with Bricktop and Eddie Hills, isn't it? It's exactly the same. Giving all these money and get all these fights on. Everyone starts paying pay-per-views. Boxing's booming. And bang, he pulls the cord on it. Now he's fucked off with fucking Dana White. He doesn't want anything to do with Bricktop. Bricktop's on about suing him, excuse me. Eddie Earn is keeping his head low. They've nicked Conor Ben off him for one fight. Where does this end? Where does this end? The money's going to dry up at some point. Like Charlene's just said, it's not going to last forever, man. But Loz, if Frank and Eddie were in charge, would it have been better? We have to see how Dana unfolds. Maybe Turkey is using him for something. He could be. He could be. And I'm grateful for what Turkey did, bringing that. It wouldn't. Yeah, you're right. Because at the end of the day, Eddie Earn and Bricktop, Matchroom and Queensbury have had this rivalry going for 30 years, haven't they? So, yeah, you're right in a way what you're saying. But now that's been put to bed. He brought Hearn and Warren together, and they were doing great stuff. Obviously, Turkey's pulled the plug on the money now. I think now that Eddie Hills and Frank Warren could still put on great shows. They don't need Turkey, but they do, because Turkey's the main man. Dana White's a scumbag. I don't know. We'll see what happens. 15 million is good so far. Yeah, it's good for a drugs cheat. It's not good for proper fighters, though, is it? How do proper fighters not get good money and this drug cheats does? If Dana is a scumbag, he'll fit right into boxing. Good point. Dodgy sticks and undefeated. What's that say? Undefeated, yeah. But if it was down to Dana, Ben would never have got 15 million. Wonder exactly. That's a great comment. No, he wouldn't. Is White running the show? Simply one cartel replaces another, i.e. Hearn and Warren. Yeah, they're all scumbags at the end of the day, aren't they? But fucking hell, man, I'd rather have Eddie Hearn and Frank Warren running the show any day than Dana White. Any day. Like you say, like Sweetheart said, Charlene, it's not going to last forever. At some point, they get a few big names, and then these fighters start coming over, and then you watch. The money will start drying up, and they'll start giving them, paying them, well, not what they were getting at the start. It's obvious it's going to happen. It's obvious it's going to happen. Even with no money. With Turkey involved, money is no issue, yeah. Even with no money issue or fights are being made, maybe it's down to fighters not wanting to take a risk. You can't blame Turkey for all that. No, but but what I'm saying, Random Don, is it's not Turkey who I'm mad at. I haven't got a problem with Turkey. My problem is Dana White. I don't trust the guy because look what he's done to the UFC. You can't you can't tell me, right, Random Don, right, that a guy what's known as a scumbag in UFC, which he runs and owns, and he pays all the fighters peanuts, and he fucks them off when and shit like that. Why would he change his spots to come into boxing? A leopard doesn't change his spots. It's going to be a false narrative, I think, of just to get these fighters, get the platform up and running, try and outdo the governing bodies, and then once, if everything falls into place, that's when he'll go back to being to his old self. It's Jekyll and Hyde. I think so anyway. It's not the problem with Turkey. My problem with Turkey is that Turkey has teamed up with this guy. Turkey should have said, I don't want nothing. You're not coming into boxing. Turkey basically should have kept this guy away from boxing. But now they're both hanging out the back of each other. Then I think there becomes a problem in boxing. There has to be. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't think I'm going to be wrong. I think exactly what Charlene just said is going to happen. As soon as the cogs start turning and it all falls into place, I think that's when you'll see the real side of Dana White. I do. I really do. Turkey was the cash cow, was the cash man. He said no more charity cases. Yeah, yeah. Eddie and Frank can't afford it. Dana has little influence on pay. I guess we can have it. I guess we can have it around. I guess we'll see. I wouldn't be surprised to see the Queen's Room to rival Zuffa. Yeah. Well, Eddie Earn, right? Just going off, not talking about Queensbury. Eddie Earn's already stated that. I know Eddie, a bit of a numpty sometimes, but Eddie's already said that Dana White is a massive. He's a massive threat to boxing. He's a massive threat to boxing. And I know he's going to say that because he's a rival promoter and all that, but the way how Eddie was saying it like this, this guy is a danger to boxing. I guess we'll see what happens anyway. Even if nothing to do with pay, should you have someone around like that? I don't know what to use is Dana. I don't know. Dana White is a wolf in sheep's clothing. Totally agree with you, Sylvester. If Turkey leaves, I think boxing is fucked for good. Maybe when Dana has served his purpose, Turkey might throw Dana away. But if Dana rips them off, people will go back to Frank and Eddie. I just think Frank and Eddie are better than Dana White. I do. I think boxing will be all right now because of the fact that Turkey brought Eddie Hills and Frank Warren together. I think they would still do good shows between them. I don't think boxing needs Dana White, man. I don't. I don't believe that that a leopard changes his spots just because he's gone into some other kind of combat sports, yet still running the other one like a shit show. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't believe it, man. Dana is a snake. I totally agree, Avatar. I totally agree with you, mate. If Turkey rips boxers off, Eddie and Dana can take them back. Hopefully, Turkey won't let Dana rip the fighters off. I guess we'll see. But like Sylvester said before, Turkey said no more charity cases. So what's going to happen? They're not going to keep pumping millions into boxers. They're not going to do it. Well, just look what happened with the Rayad cards. They were banging. We're getting what? 2, 3, 4 a year? It was pumping. And then all of a sudden they started to slow down and then whoosh, it's going to happen. Turkey isn't going to keep paying stupid money for like that. Everybody with a heartbeat knows that that is not a £15 million fighter. $15 million for one fight. I mean, Dana's not stupid. He's a businessman. Turkey's not stupid. But it's to lure in the other fighters. There's no way that Turkey's going to keep funding $15 million for that fucking arsewipe. There's no way on it. So the money's going to dry up at some point, and it'll only be a matter of time, a couple of years. You watch it unfold. If Zuffa starts snatching all these fighters from other promoters, and then he paying them stupid money to get in the ring and fight, even if they're fighting decent fighters, you watch at some point that money will dry up. It's just a fact, man. Do you remember when PBC and Boxer first came on the scene? They came in hot. What a fucking comment. What a great comment. Read that comment there. That is exactly what I'm talking about, Londoner. They came in hot, chucking money around, signing up loads of fighters. When they fizzled out after time, Zuffa may be the same way. Time will tell. Exactly. Look at the PBC now. And look at Boxer. Jesus. Boxer came on the scene. Fucking buried fucking Sky Sport Boxing, Ben Shalom. What the hell was all that? His best fights was Savannah Marshall, Carissa Shields, Kell Brook, Khan, and Wardley, and Big Fraser Clark. And what, 5 years, 6 years he was at Sky? His fights were trash, fighting at little stadiums. And now look at him, he's on BBC. Exactly the same with the PBC. Look at the PBC now. They were on all the big Fox Sports and all that, weren't they? PBC, fucking their roster's shite. What do they have? One fight, one fucking outing a year, maybe 2 cards a year. The PBC is finished, man. Even Top Rank's better than them. So yeah, I agree with what London has just said. I thought Turkey was ill. What a great comment. Yeah, he's supposed to be, isn't he? He is supposed to be, yeah. Does Dana offer his own fan base to MMA into boxing? Maybe this is why. I don't know. No more charity cases, I guess. That means Turkey knows he was overpaying them. It could come to an end because he might pay them peanuts eventually. I think this will. But that's what I'm saying, Random Don. That's exactly what I'm saying, buddy. He isn't going to keep paying this big money for these fighters for gimmick fights. I don't even think he'll pay big money for these big fights eventually. And is it really Turkey's money? I've heard it's not. I've heard it's the Saudi government or the Saudi Sports Foundation, whatever. I don't know. It's them who actually front the money. So, in a way, you can't blame Conor Benn for doing this because if he's getting £15 million, you can't tell me he didn't know who he was fighting. And he comes away laughing his bollocks off. £15 million for fighting a 140 guy who's 37 and shot to smithereens. But we all know this is what Dana White and Turkey are going to do to lure these other fighters in. And then once they got the ball going, and especially if they manage to be able to push out the governing bodies where these boxers drop the belts or are not fighting for their belts, they're only interested in fighting for Zuffa belts because they're getting big bucks. Then the governing bodies oust out. Then I think once he's got it up and running in a couple of years, then I think it'll be goodbye fucking money. Right, you're all getting this. That's what I think anyway. Could be right, could be wrong. Thomas has put, oh, hit the likes, guys. Yeah, nice one, Avatar. Yeah, smash the like button, please. Honestly, it really helps the channel because I don't know what's going on with my channel at the moment with YouTube. I swear to God, YouTube are unsubscribing people from my channel. I know people unsubscribe, but every time I do a live stream, I lose a sub. It's been like that the last 10 times. Every time I make a video, I'm losing subs, and then they're coming back. It's going up, going down. I watched one of my live streams back, not last week's one, the one before, and I looked at the comments, right, and half of the comments had been deleted by YouTube. And a load of yours, James Jameson, and Random Dons. A load of their comments have been deleted. Fucking crazy, man. So, yeah, smash the like button, please. I wonder, now Dana's involved, will we see boxers fighting in a cage instead of the other way round? I have no clue, buddy. I don't know. Great comment, though. PBC is awful. Al Heyman, come man. Yeah, absolutely. It's not he can't afford it. It's not he can't afford it, but why pay peanuts? Because that gives Eddie and Frank a chance to come in. Yes, it does. It does, Random Don. And then that's why they're going to pay stupid money. So to keep Eddie and Frank out. And then once they've got them in, got the ball rolling, then it's goodbye big money. I think so anyway. I got no notification loss, even though I set a reminder. Yep, I notice my comments are getting mute. Maybe I'm writing too much. No, this channel's always been, for some unknown reason, I remember years ago, right, at my old house, I did a video and it got taken down. And when I looked into why it got taken down, it was because of copyright for a picture for Showtime, and it got taken down. And ever since then, it happened several times to me, and then I started noticing fucking like I don't know. It's like this shadow eyed your channel. I don't know how to describe it. I know they changed all the algorithms because a lot of it they concentrate on shorts now. So if you make a short video, bang, they push it out there, they promote it, and it gets, a shit short video can get 500, 600 views. Where if you do a video, I'm lucky to get 100 views. And same with the live streams. It's weird. But I noticed, not last week's live stream, the week before, that half of the comments were deleted. And I swear to God, over the last 7 or 8 or 9 live streams I've done, every time I've done a live stream, I've lost a sub or I've lost 2 subs. It's every time, whether it be in the morning or it be straight after the live stream. I swear to God, honestly. It's like yesterday I lost a sub. I went and picked my car up from the garage. I come back home, then it was back up. And then I woke up this morning and I'd lost another 2. I can't work it out. It's weird how they do it, man. Maybe that's Fury hasn't got a soft touch. Yeah, Ben, not worth an 8-figure lump sum. Facts, absolutely. Matchroom must be getting a cut of Conor Zuffa purse for him to be still allowed to train with Matchroom Gym. Absolutely. Absolutely. Something doesn't add up with the whole situation. It stinks. I tell you what, man, shout out to Porky's Corner, man. You want to go listen to Porky all week. I've listened to him all week. And everything is spot on what he's saying. Spot on. It's just a gimmick. And if you listen to what he's saying, like Tony Sims still training there, Conor Ben still training at Matchroom. There's no way Eddie Hearn would have him training at Matchroom or Barry Hearn. It'd be fucking get your shit and get gone. Short work loss, cut people, short attention span are lazy. Lazy, it's you, ask me, oh, salute you. All kinds of bugs on YouTube plus shadow bans, exactly, yeah. Loz, what's your opinion on Tyson Fury comeback fight at Tottenham Stadium? I think it's a good fight, for a comeback fight. I know a lot of people said it's a cherry pick fight and shit like that. Maybe it is on paper Fury's to win, but I think it's a tougher fight than what people are giving credit, because if you think about it, Makhmudov, yeah, he's a big stiff and all that, but he's got a big punch on him. But he's been active. Fury's been inactive. He's not had a fight for 15, but God, it must be about 18 months by the time he gets in the ring. So it's going to be interesting. His legs have gone. So I'm not writing Makhmudov off, but on paper, I would, and on reality, I think Fury should out jab him to a point victory. Loz, what I read that. Loz, I suggest you keep the chat off your live stream and never put it back, because they have been known to stop pages with funny words. Yes, that's a good point. Boxing fan always says that. But the reason why sometimes I put that chat on, where is he? I don't know. It's not even there. Where's my chat gone? I don't know. There is. It normally lets you put the chat on StreamYard, but the reason why, where the hell has that gone? Why is it not letting me do it? Well, anyway, the reason why I do it is because it proves that they're deleting your chat, because you can see the chat come up on the you can read them there on the front of the screen, and then when you read them in the comment section, they've disappeared. And I don't even know where my chat is now on StreamYard. That's disappeared. No, but not that it matters anyway. So, right, what have I got left to talk about? I think that's it, folks. Spoke about that. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. We've done everything. What's that? Oh, that's shite. Seen that last night. Good. Yeah, talked about that. Great fight. Can't wait for that. Stoked about that. Really stoked about that. Turkey playing them for old careers and ruined Eddie and Frank. Well done to him, yeah. Maybe Turkey should offer a massive payday if it's worth it. Don't do it, Loz. Leave it. Don't want your page getting nuked off. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they close my page down anyway. I fucking hate YouTube. I do. I hate them. I hate them for the shit what they do to your channel. I think Tyson Fury gonna have a tough night, but should get the win. Yeah, I agree with you, Sylvester. Yeah, I might not watch Usyk's next fight. Yeah, I want to make jokes about Daniel taking these pisser fucking quality. Yeah, I agree with you there, Sylvester. Right, folks, I'm up out of here because it's past the hour and a half stage. 10 past 11, it's getting later. I haven't seen my son all day, actually, because I've been at work today. Sylvester, salute to you, buddy. Thanks for coming through. Random Don, Crazy Mofo, thanks for coming through. Red Ibex, a pleasure, buddy. London, always a pleasure. Charlene, sweetheart, thank you very much. Avatar, salute to you, buddy. Thomas, salute to you. James Jameson, salute to you. If I've missed you, I've missed you. Right, I'm up out of here. Enjoy the weekend, the rest of the weekend. Oh, nice one, Londoner. Always a pleasure, buddy. Enjoy the rest of the weekend, and I'll catch you in the week with a few videos. Peace out. Peace out.